business to get riding lessons up and running. So we did that within the first year of opening, and that was redoing those stalls was quite a lot of work.
Yeah, I bet.
And so then within less than a year of opening, we had riding lessons going, and now we have a fully subscribed riding school.
Yeah, you said it's packed already.
Yeah,
for the summer,
we have.
right?
Essentially 80 lessons a week here.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is only our second, we just gave a trial of camps last year, and now we have a fully subscribed summer camp
awesome.
throughout the summer.
Now, when you were younger, how many people were at camps back then?
Depending on the barn, I would maybe go with 8 to 10 kids at my local school.
So this is a lot larger than anywhere else.
Oh yeah. Well, we have the capacity to do more lessons than anybody else, just because of the sheer size of the area.
And how many horses do you have currently?
We have 52 horses on the property right now, which is a lot to manage.
Yeah. Did you take over those 52 horses, or
no?
did you?
We had to purchase them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not all of those are school horses. There's about
Okay.
30 school horses. Roughly 20 of the horses would be owned by other people, and they come here.
So
they
people
board
can
them here.
board them here.
They can.
Yes.
Yeah. We only got into that about 3 months ago, and we've only got 4 stall lefts on that side of the business too. Actually 3.
So
Oh, wow.
we have 3 more stalls for your ponies.
Well, because every little girl out there wants a pony, and I'm sure obviously they're pretty pricey. But you can't.
Speak for yourself.
You live in the city.
Justin.
You can't keep them at your place in the city, so there's got to be boarding.
Yeah, you got to have boarding. So we're pretty convenient location for people.
Sure.
So we did that right away, and so that's up and running. I'm really pleased with that. And then the second order of business was, getting our master plan together and start executing on it. So we wanted to have soccer fields and bring other sports to this property. And so
where was your inspiration from that? Where did you get the inspiration for that?
Well, we were just looking at this property, and it's we talked about how adjacent it was to the urban setting, and what else can we do here? What do people need? And the soccer club started coming to us and saying we need soccer pitches, and we need them managed properly, and we need athletic pitches. So we had some area of the property that wasn't getting used, and we thought, why not? So we had originally planned on making them ourselves, and then FIFA just dropped in our lap. They needed an extra practice field. So
how did you hear about FIFA coming
through
in?
one of our partners, the West Ottawa Soccer Club.
Okay.
They had approached them. Do you have any fields that we could convert? Because originally FIFA was looking for a field to convert. They have 3 practice fields in the city. They have one at Algonquin. They have one at the Ridgecraft Recreation Complex, and they were looking for a third site, and they couldn't find a convert. The city worked with them, other soccer clubs worked with them, and then so they realized, okay, we're going to have to build this thing. And so we made an official submission to have them build it here, and then they did. So we're pretty lucky to have international quality turf field here on the property that was built for the Women's World Cup, and then we get to be the stewards of it.
Who's using it now?
That's awesome.
Germany and the women's World Cup teams are practicing on
Tonight,
it.
Germany versus Norway.
There you go. So they've been practicing with us. Yeah, I bet it will be. So it's totally private right now. The public obviously aren't welcome while they're practicing. It's totally private for the women's teams. But then July 8th, we take it over, and it gets used for the city. So
that's awesome.
That's amazing. We're going to take a quick break now, and we'll be right back, and we're going to talk about the upcoming International Horse Show coming up June 17th to the 21st. A little bit about Ottawa Horse Day, because there's horse yoga there, and I need to know what horse yoga is.
I definitely want to know.
I need to know what that is. And we're going to talk about the upcoming Shania Twain concert. So we'll be right back. We're going to hear from Jen, who will give us a review of Social, and another song from Estan. This is Stimulation, and we'll be right back.
Thanks, Nick and Andrew. So I thought today, instead of my usual recommendation of events, I would change things up a bit and do a review of the recently reopened restaurant Social. Now this spring, a number of eateries have gone through some pretty big renovations, including the long-standing Byward Market restaurant Social. Having been closed for several weeks, Social reopened its doors to the public just a few weeks ago, and with it, a brand new spring menu. Gone are the dark colors that often made this restaurant feel kind of like an underground cave. Instead, a fresh coat of white creamy paint has really added some desperately needed brightness. Paintings which once hung on the walls are long gone. New booths have been added along with some new furniture, drapes, fabrics, and light fixtures, giving Social a more modern and sophisticated touch. Even the layout of the menu and food offerings have been redesigned. So for me, when a restaurant undergoes such a big change, it's also looking to reinvent themselves. So the question is, how does the food match up? Well, Don and I, along with a good friend of mine, we had dinner there on a recent Saturday night. Now, having dined there on several occasions this past year, Don and I have gotten to know the executive chef Kern Stein. He is a very talented man, and I'm hoping that people who haven't been to Social in years or have yet to make a visit will discover just how good his food is. The menu itself is only a page long, and it's organized quite simply and pretty efficiently. Dish descriptions are to the point and prices are easy to spot. For starters, we ordered the beef tartare for $18. This was a very nice take on a classic dish with a bit of a modern twist. It came topped with a raw quail egg, which you mix right into the beef, with caramelized beef powder, shallots, a bit of fresh herbs and greens, and topped with some very crunchy beef tendons. Each beef was what Dawn described as, each bite Dawn described as beefy and a mix of flavors and textures. Now, for those of you not familiar with beef tartare, it is fresh raw beef that is hand chopped. Rather than ordering an entree, Don decided to choose 2 appetizers as his main. The asparagus salad with truffle house prosciutto and shaved foie, topped with a runny egg yolk for $15, and the pâté en croûte for $13. This was a lovely spring seasonal salad with frisée, peppery greens, and the asparagus was still crisp. Local asparagus is still in season, so this is a good thing to see on the menu. The saltiness from the prosciutto I thought worked beautifully with all the greens, and the runny yolk from the egg really added some needed fat and creaminess. As for the pâté en croûte itself, this is a very labor-intensive classical French charcuterie dish that you just don't really see much anymore. Some people I've heard describe it as a very fancy meatloaf. For Don, he told me that he really enjoyed this dish because for him, it's a bit of a old-fashioned luxury dining. As for myself, I was really craving some carbs that night, so I decided on the braised rabbit pappardelle. At $24, this pasta dish came in tarragon cream sauce with fava beans and was topped with a generous helping of shaved parmesan. I would like to say that, unlike many restaurants, for this dish, I thought the portion matched the price. Now, and the pappardelle itself was cooked perfectly al dente, and the rabbit was quite tender and flavorful. I would have to say I was pretty satisfied with my selection. We ended our evening with Japanese cheesecake, and at $10, it came with a small scoop of strawberry sorbet and green tea matcha streusel. We liked how everything, we liked how every component complemented each other. The cheesecake itself was very light, almost like eating a cloud. My one criticism, though, is that I would have liked to see some more strawberries on my plate. I don't think there was more than 2 whole small fruits on that entire dessert. But overall, though, I would have to say that Social absolutely matches up to its new decor. It's much more than just a bar or a hangout spot with your friends. The food is absolutely solid, and so was service that night. And that's it for today. Until next time, have a great weekend.
I'm getting caught in mechanical actions, no satisfaction in them. Clicking and scrolling for gratification, it's always the same shit again. Chasing a dragon of mild amusement, what a way to use my time. Already read through these 25 reasons I'm just that seasoned online. All I want, stimulation to make me feel like a part of the world. I'm feeling cursed by what should be a blessing. Leisure is testing me. Constant stimuli have deadened my senses.
All right, thank you so much, Jen, and thank you so much, Estan. And of course, Estan at bandcamp.com, and look for upcoming shows. So,
Estan, I'm sorry, real quick. I guess Estan's not at Blues Fest, though, right?
No,
unfortunately,
no.
Okay.
But
Just
we'll be
wanted to-
back with Blues Fest
Yeah.
next week.
Work
All
on
right,
that.
so International Horse Show, June 17th to 21st. What can people expect? How can they buy tickets? And why is it going to be one of the best events of the summer?
Well, it's going to be totally awesome. I'm obviously biased because I'm a passionate horse lover, but Ottawa's a great place for horses. We have Ian Miller from Perth. We have Jill Henselwood from this area. They're both Olympic silver medalists and Pan Am winners, Pan Am gold. So they're from here, and this is a really vibrant horse industry in this area, and just getting better every year. So to come here and see some of your local heroes, Ian will be here next year, as well as some other Grand Prix riders from the country.
I gotta say, I never knew he was from Perth either.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right on.
very proud, and he went to Algonquin, so very
cool.
proud Ottawaite. Yeah. So there will be some international show jumping here, and it's just going to get better year over year. We've changed the format of the horse show, so it's a really nice spectator experience for Ottawa residents to come see things. They'll be coming in through the main gates. We also have the RCP musical ride on the Friday on the 19th. Is that the 19th? Yeah. Is that right? Yeah, the 19th. God, sorry.
Either.
I'm just
It's the
crazy.
19th.
Yeah,
That's
and
all
on
that
the
matters.
Friday anyway.
Yeah,
the
it's 19th.
Friday the 19th, and so with the RCMP musical ride at 6:30. So that's just an absolutely fantastic show as well. So tons of stuff going on. You'll see international show jumping, and it's not a normal way to spend your time.
Yeah.
But you get to see some beautiful animals doing top quality sport, and we'll also have tons of other things here. We have a great vendor area. We have a kids zone. And all
I was
sorts
just
of
going to
fun-
say, is
yeah.
this a full family friendly
Yeah,
event?
absolutely. Come see the kids riding. Come see, it'll be just a great way to spend an afternoon and enjoy this beautiful property.
And tickets for a family, affordable. And
Yeah, it's $10 a carload, so you
Wow.
just
Oh,
come.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
really affordable to come in, and that's for the musical ride. We're doing advanced ticket sales, so you can go on our website wesleycloverparks.com and buy tickets in advance because it might be a popular
Yeah,
thing.
I
So
wouldn't doubt it.
I would suggest come earlier and see a bit of the horse show, and then watch the RCMP musical ride. Should be really cool.
So that's going to be a
Cool.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you just had Ottawa Horse Day. So can you tell us
We
a bit
did.
about Ottawa Horse Day?
Yeah, Horse Day
And of
is
course
a
the yoga.
free event. You're loving that horse yoga.
Yeah,
we'll have to
it's
hook you
just
up.
I'm going to YouTube this later for sure.
The Horse Day is a free event for families to come
Okay.
and learn all about the horse. So we had this was this past Saturday, and we'll have it every year on the first Saturday in June.
Cool.
It's a national initiative that Equine Canada puts on, and so we're the hosts of Ottawa Horse Day. Toronto Horse Days they've been doing that for I think 6 years, and it's quite successful. They do it at the show, the CNE. And it's been quite a success. And the idea is to bring some horse knowledge to non-horse people, so you can come and learn about the different disciplines. Come get a pony ride. Come pet the horses, so you can just learn and get the feel for horses if it's not something a part of your everyday life. So
Cool.
Absolutely a really nice way. And they have a really cool kids zone at Horse Day. So yeah, check it out next year. It'll be the first Saturday in July, and we'll be running that every
What's the
year
cost
here.
for that?
It's free. Yeah,
So it's
free event.
basically-
July, first Saturday in June.
First Saturday in June.
Okay.
What did I say? July? Oh, God.
So that's the same as Doors Open Ottawa. So it basically
Yeah.
fits in with Doors Open Ottawa that you
Awesome.
come out here and see that for free. And what
Yeah.
is horse yoga?
You know what? You're catching me off guard. I assume it's just yoga on horses. But
do yoga
that,
on horse?
I assume
We'll figure
so,
this
but it's
out.
not my
I'll
realm
do-
of expertise.
I'll do
I do
more
yoga and I
research.
do horses. I haven't quite put them
combined them
together
yet.
yet.
And so this is going to be a multidisciplinary grounds. Where if you just look at the banner, you see everything. So even last year in the campgrounds, you had a mad dash. So even obstacle course races will be coming here. You're
Yeah.
talking about the grounds extending the creek and doing
Yeah.
a lot more for the winter. So seeing more cross country,
Yeah.
both skate and ski throughout the winter. a lot more snowshoeing. We'll do stuff they'll get more birds here for the birders. I know there's a lot
Yeah,
of
well, we
birders
do.
out
We have
there.
a lot of barn swallows here, which are a protected species. So
Yeah.
we're very lucky to have a lot of barn swallows. So we take very good care of them.
I can't believe they are going extinct from a kid growing up in the
Yeah,
country.
well, if you
There is
walk around here,
zillions
you
of
wouldn't
them.
think about it because
Yeah.
there's tons of them.
Well, and I know they
love it
stopped
here.
construction of the bridge in
they did.
Manotick there, specifically because the barn swallows had built a nest there and then didn't come back at all.
Oh,
But
wow.